back to Mommy and Son in Africa is One. Welcome for the ones who are coming for the first time, and welcome back for the people who are returning. Thank you so much for returning. And thank you for the ones who are coming for the first time. And if you stumbled across or if you heard word of mouth, thank you for checking us out. If you'd be so kind to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. And if you like, leave a comment. They're welcome. So this video is about the security of WhatsApp, or the secureness of your photos and your contacts and all your documents that's in your phone or on your Google Drive. So I want to first cover this video, myself and my son, and everything that we're doing with the blood of Jesus. I don't know if I can even say Jesus these days. But I want to cover ourselves because I think that maybe this could be a problematic video, me saying this, because I haven't heard nobody talking about it. But I just wanted to get up here and talk about it because this has been my experience. I'm typically, for the people who know me, who has been with me since I started this channel pretty much, whatnot, they know that I'm backlogged in my videos. So right now I am in Africa, on the continent of Africa. But I have been loading, and I will continue to load backlogged videos on how, like, the process of what we did to get here. But I had to disturb my usual program because of what's been happening while I've been using WhatsApp. So everybody knows by now that WhatsApp is just like that app to use if you are talking to people overseas and whatnot. It's a very good way to communicate, you know. But I have had some issues, you know, with security. So let's get started. Okay, so you know, whenever you first upload, whenever you first sign in or set up an account on WhatsApp or any other app for that matter, it tells you, this is secure. Well, no, I'm gonna just talk about WhatsApp. It says it's encrypted messages and whatnot, but it doesn't say anything about your photos and your contacts being encrypted to others. Okay. Also, whenever you upload any app, it asks us to use your camera, your microphone, sometimes your photos if you're sharing photos. And then if you keep reading, it says that they had a permission to not just use it, but edit it the way they want to and use it the way they want to. So sometimes I will delete an app just as quick as I added it to my phone, because I don't want so many apps being able to move around in my personal information on my phone, you know. And sometimes the apps allow you to say no and still use the app, and sometimes they don't. So whenever they don't, I don't worry about actually uploading them anymore. You know, the app anymore is not that important to me. So, but with WhatsApp, you can actually deny permission, and then whenever you want to use it, like say send a picture or a video or something like that, then it'll ask you again and it say change your permissions in your settings or whatnot. Which that's the reasons why I kept WhatsApp, because you have that option to still use it, but don't have to give permission. And then it also gives you the option of you have permissions only this one time, or you have permissions only when you're using the app, or you have permissions period. And I always just say, hey, when I'm using the app, you have permission. Like Google Maps, it asks you the same thing. Do I have permission for this one-time situation, or, you know, only when you're using the app? I make sure I'm very, very intentional when it comes down to it being only used when I'm using the app, because being I used to fix computers, I know that things run in the background, and it's unbeknownst to the naked eye of a person who, we're not worried about that. You know, the regular consumer, we're not worried about what's running in the background. It's not our common sense to know that, right? But like I said, since I worked on computers, I know that it's something always running in the background of your phones, your computers, everything, because your phone is nothing but a little small computer. So I said all that to say, and I still want to cover us with the Most High, because very, very important people own this stuff, and you just don't never know what the hell you say to aggravate somebody, and then you boom, 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 going through hell. You know what I'm saying? So, and for the people who want to consider it as conspiracy theory or whatever you want to look at it as, you're welcome to check out. You know, you don't have to stay. But I'm about to explain my personal experience. So before I started this video, I deleted a lot of pictures that I did not even think was something to even worry about, because it's on my phone, you know, and if I have a lock on my phone, what does it matter, right? But I've had, you know, documents that I uploaded for my vehicle when I'm selling it. I had documents, government documents. I had personal documents for my child. Well, we have personal information on these documents, and you know, you're going to take a picture of it to upload it, to share it on a, you know, whenever you are, say for instance, getting your e-visa, you have to take a picture of you all's bio data on the first page or whatever to even upload it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to delete that because it has your birthday, first name, last name, you know, all kind of stuff that could be used against you or used for identity theft or whatnot. I had, you know, my license plate, you know, when I was selling my car. I had just a lot of stuff, you know, your last address, and sometimes to actually start things up whenever you're applying for things or whatnot. Sometimes they ask you, wait, what was your last address? So a person can steal your identity just because of them having your last address, and you like, hey, I don't live there no more. What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? No, it does matter. Secure your information is what I'm saying, because you'd be surprised what people can do with it. I used to be over, well, not over, but I used to work in, how can I say that without saying too much? I used to, okay, I can't even say it without saying it a particular way, so I'm just not going to say it at all. But I used to really work really close with making sure people secured their personal information, shredding information, all that stuff, whatnot, as well as a job. So you'd be surprised what you can use. And so I did get kind of loose and willy-nilly, thinking, you know, hey, it's in my phone, it's in my, you know, my privacy of my phone, it's in my personal information, who's going to have it? Okay, so with all that being said, I called my sister from another mister, but she's really, I'm just saying that to say, hey, anybody who says, hey, that's not her sister, that knows me personally, to do these videos, she's really my sister. She's been like a sis since at least about 30 years now, you know, or close to 30 years. So anyway, she called me, and we were back and forth calling each other while I was out here. We were using WhatsApp. And then after we got off the phone or whatever, off the app, this guy from Kenya called her. And she's like, hey, sis, I'm very confused. I got a phone call from a guy from Kenya. He's been messaging me back and forth, and I don't even know how the hell he got my number. And I'm like, girl, I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? But I did tell her when I used to be on WhatsApp before, when I used to have, well, I still had these people in the Bahamas, my family in the Bahamas, whatever, that I talked to and everything. I had somebody message me from the Bahamas. So I was like, maybe, you know, they be having groups and all that stuff, whatever. Maybe that's the reason why they were able to contact you, because I've gotten contact from somebody from a location that I knew somebody in as well before, years ago, you know. So even though they don't explain away how somebody got the exact contact number of somebody who you know, and they call from the country that you're in, it's no coincidence in that. I don't believe in coincidences anyway. I mean, the base word of coincidence is for it to coincide, which means it was supposed to happen, or it happened in sequence. Not no poof, it happened through osmosis or whatever. So I don't believe in a coincidence anyway. But it was like nothing to really write home about, nothing to really just be like super alarmed about or whatever. And when she asked the guy how he got her information, I mean, it was a language barrier already anyway, and he did not really release the information. Okay, so yesterday, another incident. My actual real sister, my baby sister, whatever, She messaged me early in the morning, and I received a message as well from one of my friends back out in Florida. And she said, "Hey, your friend called me." Well, I just said friend because she didn't know for sure. I'm just not releasing that person's name, not to throw them under the bus. But I mean, it's just a guy being a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that that's something to really be proud of either, because it's still sneaky behavior. But anyway, she said, your friend, your such and such, hit me up. He called me, and she was like, it's very concerning to me because I don't know how he got my number, and I'm like, girl, I don't know how you got your number neither. Same thing that happened with my other sis. Um, I think it's a crossing of information with not just people who are in your contacts, but also people who don't even know you who's using the app, because I didn't know the guy who contacted my other sis. This is very concerning to me as well. That's just the reason why I deleted all images that had any, documentation, sensitive information on the documentation that could be used to steal our identity or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I don't. She's like, I'll call you back. I'll call you later and let you know what was said or whatever. I don't really, like I said, I don't really care what was said and all that stuff and everything, because it's really not my concern. And just let me know, hey, this person has this type of character, watch out or treat them accordingly, you know. But as far as what was more pertinent for me, that was real startling to me, is it's the second time in less than a month that information, my contacts have been crossed up on this app. That doesn't make me feel secure, because you have this app ask you for permissions to your contacts, and it also says that it will have the right to do it as it please. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on in the background, where people who I know and people who I don't know are getting the information or the numbers of the people who I do know. I don't understand. That doesn't make me feel secure at all. It is like, so that's why I said, please, Most High, cover us with the blood because of Yeshua, because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And because I haven't heard of this before, and I know that very, very powerful people own this app and everything, and that this could really rub somebody the wrong way, I'm just covering us. But I do believe in my heart that people need to know, because I definitely was throwing the hell off, and I definitely don't want nobody being able to contact, have access to my people, and I don't want to be accessible because of somebody else have me in their contacts. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me. It was very concerning for my sister, and for me, honestly, it's concerning for me now too, because who sees my contact number? You know what I'm saying? Like, or who's seeing my pictures? So here we go. Also, my friend, he messaged me just to see, I guess, to see if my sister, let me know or whatnot. Sneaky behavior. Anyway, but never told me that he called her. But, like I said, it's to be expected from a guy. Not men, but from a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, sneaky behavior. Anyway, so, but he sent me a picture that was in my, it was a screenshot from my photos. He sent me a picture and said that, hey, what's going on? I seen this picture. My homie basically sent me this picture from a book that he was reading. What's the name of the book? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I say something to somebody, I'm going to, if it was important for you to send a message to your homie, I would let them know, hey, I guess, look what I found in this book, bro, and give them the title of the book. You never gave me the title of the book. So it makes me feel like you was, one, checking the waters, but two, you got an image from my photos. So not only is our contacts not secure, but our photos are not secure. So I just felt this strong urge when I woke up to hurry up and delete anything. And I just went through all of my photos, all of them, and deleted all the information in my license plate, insurance agreements, all kind of stuff that you would take a picture of just to upload. Excuse me. via email, via uploading into a DocuSign or something like that or whatever. We take pictures of things and then we just kind of don't never really go back and delete them. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I know that I got busy or not even thinking too much of it because of the fact that it's in your phone, secured under your, under your combination, your security code. So you don't think anything of it. But this app right here is actually transferring information between your contacts and people that that's not even in your contacts. Because like I said, the guy from Kenya, he's not in my contacts. I don't know who that guy is that reached out to my sister. And it's like so many countries in Africa and millions of people in every country. I don't find it coincidental that the country that I'm in was able to get the information of my contacts list. And crazy part is I still can't figure out, like, how is it happening? It was sent through a message by accident, whatever, but I just, whether it's sent by accident or not, it's a breach in security. It's a breach in your personal information, and I encourage you all to either move your photos that you need to have on your phone into a locked folder. They do have that option through Google Images, or to delete it off your phone immediately, because your contacts and your images are not secure, and neither your voice recordings. I used to do voice memos, just to give myself like a mental note to remember something, whatever, instead of writing it down sometimes. Those are not secure either, because it says once it asks you to use your microphone when you want to do a video or a little voice note on WhatsApp, it asks you the same thing. Can it have permission to it to do as it please with it? So technically speaking, they're not in breach of their contract because you gave them permission. We gave them permission to not only use our microphone, but use it all the time, whether you're using the app or not, if you did not select only when you were in this app. And we also said you can do as you please with it and edit it how you want to. So they're not in breach of their contract. We're just moving stupid. Okay? So that's my message about WhatsApp and more than likely all the apps. But I can't speak for all the apps. I haven't had experiences with them. But I've had this experience twice in 1 month, in less than a month. And 3 times if you're counting the situation in the Bahamas. Years ago. Your information is not secure. Your messages might be crypted. I can't sit here and say that. And you can't get mad at WhatsApp because we agreed to let them do as they want with our voice recordings, our photos, our videos, our microphones, our contacts. Whenever you sign up for the app, you actually say, okay, you can do whatever you want. So they're not in breach of their contract. We just moving stupid. Hope this helps.